Welcome to a world where architectural mastery meets serene sophistication. In this episode, we explore how steel and stone, two of the most enduring materials, are reimagined in modern luxury homes to create environments that feel effortlessly beautiful. This is more than design. It's a philosophy of living with intention and grace. Modern luxury isn't about opulence alone. It's about harmony, simplicity, and soul. We'll delve into how the most striking homes of today balance bold materials like steel with natural elements like stone to foster a sense of grounding, calm, and quiet elegance that speaks louder than extravagance. Stone has shaped shelters for millennia. Steel transformed skylines. Today's luxury homes use both to create a timeless visual language: steel for strength and minimalism, stone for warmth and texture. When combined thoughtfully, these materials blend the past and future into one seamless aesthetic. Modern architecture thrives on contrasts: hard versus soft, warm versus cold, light versus shadow. Steel and stone naturally oppose each other, yet when used side by side, they elevate each other. This dynamic tension creates spatial experiences that feel bold, yet deeply serene. In the most luxurious modern homes, nature isn't just a backdrop, it's a collaborator. Expansive glass walls frame stone-clad courtyards and steel structures that open to the sky. These homes blur the boundaries between indoor elegance and outdoor serenity, redefining how we experience space. Minimal doesn't mean empty, it means intentional. With steel and stone, designers strip away the non-essential to reveal the soul of the structure. Every line, surface, and junction is crafted with purpose. The result? A space that feels powerful, peaceful, and luxuriously uncluttered. Steel provides more than support, it provides style. Its ability to span great distances allows for open-plan interiors and daring overhangs, while its sleek industrial quality brings a sculptural edge. In luxury homes, steel often becomes the backbone of modernist expression. Stone tells a story with every vein and crevice. Whether it's travertine, limestone, or granite, stone brings a tactile depth and a timeless presence. Its weight and texture contrast beautifully with steel's precision, grounding the home in a sense of permanence. Luxury design considers how light touches every surface. Steel and stone absorb, reflect, and cast shadows in unique ways. As the sun moves, the home transforms, creating an ever-changing interplay of mood, tone, and emotion, all with minimal effort from the materials themselves. Today's affluent homeowners seek authenticity. Steel is left exposed. Stone is shown in its natural state. This material honesty reveals the raw beauty of architecture, where luxury is found not in ornamentation, but in the truth of form and material. Modern luxury homes favor open layouts that breathe. Steel allows for fewer load-bearing walls, creating flowing spaces where stone partitions and organic furnishings define zones without closing them in. The result? A sense of freedom, clarity, and emotional calm. Luxury homes today invite the outside in. With sliding steel frame doors and stone patios that extend into living rooms, the transition between nature and architecture becomes seamless. It's not just about living in a home, it's about living in harmony with the landscape. Gone are the days of cold, clinical modernism. Today's luxury embraces warm modernism, where steel structures are softened with organic textures, stone walls, wooden ceilings, linen curtains. The home becomes a retreat, not just a statement. Bathrooms in modern luxury homes often resemble spas. Think steel-framed skylights above marble tubs, limestone walls, and smooth pebble floors. These spaces use simple materials to create complex emotional effects: tranquility, intimacy, and indulgence. In the heart of the home, kitchens feature honed stone countertops, steel cabinetry, and soft lighting. These luxurious yet minimalist environments encourage creativity without chaos. Function becomes beauty, and beauty becomes peace. Luxury bedrooms today are sanctuaries. Stone accent walls add weight and grounding, while steel-framed windows frame morning light. With neutral palettes and sparse decor, These rooms embody serenity, helping homeowners reconnect with rest and rhythm. The exterior spaces are designed with as much care as the interiors. Stone walkways, corten steel planters, and reflecting pools extend the home's language. The serenity doesn't end at the walls. It flows into gardens, courtyards, and terraces. Luxury is no longer loud. Smart home systems are now seamlessly integrated into the architecture. Automated lighting, hidden climate systems, invisible audio. Technology supports serenity rather than interrupting it, allowing the home to function like a quiet assistant. Eco-conscious luxury is on the rise. Stone is often locally sourced, steel is recycled, and passive design strategies reduce energy use. These homes are as thoughtful in their environmental impact as they are in aesthetics, proving that true luxury considers the future. The modern luxury architect isn't just a designer. They're a composer of experience. They orchestrate light, material, and space-like notes in a symphony, using steel and stone to create rhythms that calm the mind and elevate the spirit. What makes a home feel effortless? Emotion. These homes evoke calm, curiosity, and awe through proportions, materials, and flow. The best luxury spaces don't just look good. They feel good, resonating with the lives lived within them. From Japanese Zen courtyards to Scandinavian simplicity and Mediterranean stone villas, modern luxury homes draw inspiration from across the globe. Steel and stone become universal languages, adapted to local climates, cultures, and traditions. We'll look at a few iconic homes that define this aesthetic, like Tadao Ando's concrete masterpieces, Olsen Kundig's steel and glass retreats, or John Pawson's stone sanctuaries. These architects show how restraint can create grandeur. Bespoke details elevate modern luxury. Hand-cut stone tiles, custom steel railings, integrated lighting, all speak to a level of care that's tangible. In a world of mass production, customization becomes the true mark of luxury. Even acoustics matter. Stone and steel have distinct sonic qualities. Designers strategically balance hard and soft surfaces to create homes where sound supports peace. Whether it's a quiet rainfall or the soft echo of footsteps in a gallery-like hall. What looks effortless often isn't. It takes precision, coordination, and vision to make complex systems feel simple. That's the genius of modern luxury. It hides the hard work behind graceful experiences and seamless beauty. Luxury is no longer reserved for grand occasions. In these homes, everyday rituals, morning coffee, an evening shower, opening a window become moments of beauty. Stone counters, steel frames, and natural light elevate the mundane into the meaningful. Luxury evolves. Today, elegance isn't just chandeliers and marble. It's peace, flow, and clarity. Homes built with steel and stone reflect this shift. They speak quietly, but with unmistakable power, offering a new definition of what it means to live well. Steel, stone, and serenity come together not just to build homes, but to shape lives. In these spaces, luxury feels effortless because it's aligned with who we are and how we want to live. Simplicity, strength, and soul. This is the new architecture of elegance.